Okay, let's take a minute and put some notes in your foldable. Now that we've done the activity about reversing the inequality sign, I want you to put it into your notes. So we're going to talk about solving, when to flip the inequality sign. Okay, take a minute to jot this statement down. When you are solving an inequality, you must reverse the direction of the inequality sign, which we sometimes refer to as flipping the sign, only if you multiply or divide by a negative number. And we have a few examples here to look at. Okay, let's look at example 1. If I wanted to solve this inequality, I would divide both sides by -3. Okay, so like it says up here, since I'm dividing by a negative, I have to make sure that I reverse the greater than sign to become a less than sign. Let's look at the second example. Okay, in this example, it seems easier for us if we have the x on the left side. So I think what we're going to do, let's just rewrite this, x over 2 greater than or equal to -5. Let's rewrite that before we start. That way we have our x on the left-hand side. Now, if I want to solve that equation for x, right now x is divided by 2. So to get rid of it, I need to multiply by 2. All right, and in this case it's a little tricky. I am multiplying by 2, so that does not fit this description. I did not multiply by a negative. I do not need to switch the sign. Okay, even though this number is negative, still the step that I used, I was multiplying by 2, so I do not switch the sign there. Okay, let's look at example 3. This is a tricky one. Remember, right here, I want to start by subtracting 5. This is actually a two-step process. Okay, this cancels. All right, be careful now. On this side, I'm left with -a. That's like having -1a. 2 minus 5 is -3. So be careful, when you go to get rid of that negative, it's like dividing by -1. So if I divide by a negative, I have to reverse the direction of the sign. -3 divided by -1 is +3. Okay, last example. This is also a little bit tricky, so I wanted to show you one like it. I have a negative sign in front of a fraction. Okay, when that happens, you have two options. You can either put the negative sign with the top or the negative sign with the bottom. I think the shortest way to do it is we are going to put the negative sign with the bottom. Okay, because if a fraction is negative, the whole value is negative. Either the top or the bottom is negative, not both. Right, now to solve this, I need to get rid of the divided by -3, so I'm going to multiply both sides by -3. So multiplying by a negative, you have to reverse the direction of the sign. Be careful with your rules. 4 times -3 is -12.